You need to forget being so damn formal when you pitch. Hi guys, my name is Deepak Shukla, founder at Pearl Lemon Sales. We're a sales training and development agency based in the UK as well as the USA and serving clients worldwide. And here today in day number 36 of 119 days of cold calling training, we're here to talk about the forget being formal approach. But before we get into it, feel free to click the link below to get the additional 17 strategies that are not shared in this training. So let's get into it. So look, I hear calls where people are quite formal when they pitch. Now, formal, I find to be a little bit of an ambiguous word without giving an example. It feels a bit abstract. To give you an example, hi there, good morning. My name's Deepak Shukla. I'm the founder at Pearl Lemon Sales. We're a sales training and development company. So the reason I was calling you this morning, Frank, is that what I intended to do was to just discover a little bit more about your needs. Can you see there, guys? I am polite. I'm respectful. I'm polite. I'm respectful. I'm clear. I am to the point, right? But I'm also, so that's all formal, right? They're all offshoots of formal. I'm also boring. And that's the big problem with formal, okay? And formal often involves a lot of preamble. We've already spoken about preamble in a way. Preamble, it's not quite preamble. It's rather a different form of preamble, I would say. Why? Because it's all about niceties and presentation. And when you're cold calling, the main thrust of the call is to build rapport and to get to the point. Build rapport and to get to the point. They're the two keys, okay? So when you're super formal, then it's a bit more challenging to build rapport and it's a bit more challenging to get to the point because so a good example of it is literally the way that I communicate, hopefully with you guys, whilst I'm recording these videos, because it's hopefully quite informal. So did you just hear the way that I said the word informal? That was definitely not formal, because to be formal would, I'm going to attempt to record the next 5 minutes of this video in a formal fashion by enunciating every word and taking pains to be polite and to walk through absolutely everything. So the challenge that we all have with the forget being formal approach is that when you are extremely formal on a call, or you take the time to be clear and be precise with your vernacular, when you get into the bones of explaining the pitch, is that hopefully you can see just by the way that I'm talking out loud now that it really actually gets in the way of the energy and the warmth with which you are trying to communicate. And nonetheless, let's try and continue, as much as this is irritating me even saying it out loud, that if you are to be pitching Pearl Lemon Sales training using the forget being formal approach, it would be a lot more, it would be very, very different to that, right? Because that was quite painful to hear in my view. And hopefully that gives you a good example of why when you get too much into a state of formality, it really just gets in the way of the pitch. It does. You need to learn when to tactically drop certain words in terms of the G's, like morning, or use words such as we discussed, the talk to a friend approach, buddy, mate, as well as using certain, for example, look, let me just cut to the chase. Let me just get straight to the point. Using common, I don't know what they're called, sayings, proverbs, something to that effect, but peppering in elements of that, much like you would when you are talking to giving an informal presentation. People that are probably quite good at this. Anyone who's Gary Vaynerchuk probably is quite good at this. I'm hopeful that I'm bloody quite good at this. Maybe I'm terrible. I don't know. But you need to you'll benefit a lot from not relying too much on formality. So I hope that it makes sense that if you can drop the formality when you're on a call, it's going to be that much better. And when you combine it with the elements of as if you're talking to a friend, because there's a distinction here, isn't there? Let me forget being formal, but not talk like I'm talking to a friend. Good morning, Frank. It's Deepak here. I'm calling from a company called. Good morning, Frank. It's Deepak here. I'm calling from a company called Pearl Lemon, and the reason I was calling you today, buddy, was that. Morning, Frank. How you do? So, do you see that it's still better, but I'm still not talking like I'm talking to a friend. So, if you combine the forget being formal approach with the talk to a friend approach, then together they're a deadly combination. So there you have it, guys. The forget being formal approach.
Remember, we've got 17 gated strategies just waiting for you. All you need to do is bing, subscribe, as well as click the link in the description below to get access to those 17. Get some.